days a week and they alternate between the major ones. So make sure you check which night markets open on which days. We are at Datong Night Market. Datong Night Market only opens for 2 or 3 days a week at 5:30 at night. So let's check it out! Very first long queue that I've seen. It is spring onion pancakes. Curious to see why this one has such a long line. I think it's because it's made on the spot. I think compared to a lot of other places, they tend to have the food out already. And I noticed that the ones with the longer queues are the ones that need to be cooked. So I think it's a combination of it being better cooked fresh and needing a bit more time for preparation as well. We got spring onion pancakes. It was half for 20, is that right? Half for 35. Oh, okay. He asked if we wanted pepper on it, and of course we do. Here goes. It's so tender. It's very crispy. It's so fragrant. It's like not tough at all. If it cools down too much, it gets tough. I thought it would be really oily, but it's not. Good start. I don't know, it just smells really good. I don't know what seasoning we got. Fried chicken. There's a line, so we got it. Cheers! It's nicer when it's hot. This one feels like there's more meat, less batter. It's very hot. It's a little bit sweet. I like it. It's like pork floss to me. It tastes like it's sweetened with garlic. We got what I believe to be a stick of meat. She asked us if we wanted chili pepper or pepper, and she said yes. So she gave us both. Let's give it a go. That's so soft. It's really tender. A bit salty. A bit spicy. But very juicy. And I think the skin is really nice and crispy on it too. That's so soft, honestly. The chicken is cooked really well, but unfortunately, I don't think it's very well seasoned. You don't? No, it's a bit boring. The texture of the meat is enough to enjoy it. I'm liking it more than I expected to, actually. The last thing we got is fried milk. It's basically a gelatinized milk custard, which they have deep fried. It's hot. A little greasy, actually. Not as sweet as I thought it would be. It's not good. Yeah, honestly I wish it were sweeter. It was thickened a lot with starch and you could taste it. It doesn't taste that much of milk and you can taste the oil that it was cooked in, so I wouldn't recommend this. At least not at this place. I wish it were good though. Normally I like fried milk. This has been Datong Night Market. The first of a few Tainanese night markets that we'll be visiting. This one has a lot more things on sale than the other few night markets that we've been to so far. We'll see you on the next night market. Hello! Another night market. We are at Garden Night Markets. Can you see it from here? The Garden Night Market is one of the biggest night markets in Tainan. It's only open maybe 3 days a week and it starts at 5 o'clock. It's just at 5, but we are ready to eat, so let's go. This fried squid place has an incredibly long line. It's so long that there's actually roped areas for you to line up in a certain order and direction. That's a sign we should give it a go. Will it be the best fried squid we've ever had in our entire lives? I hope so. Hey, we got it. So we got two things, fried chicken and something she called tempura. I don't think the squid was a popular thing, it just happened to be at the front, so it looked like that's all they were selling. Let's try the chicken first. It's still really hot. It's crispy on the outside and it's drenched in some sort of sweet soy sauce. Taiwan. It's a little bit sweet, maybe too sweet for some people. So just be aware of that. But it is nice and peppery as well. Next is the thing which she called tempura. It's not as hard as I expected. It's like a hard crispy, not quite a crunchy. I think that's quite hard. When I bit into it, I thought it was a bone. Really? I almost spat it out, yeah. It's got a similar sweet flavor to the chicken. It might be a sort of a fish cake, which they wrap in something crunchy. There's something chewy in there. I do like that one, but not as fond of it as the fried chicken. Our next stop is coffin toast. Coffin toast is one of the things that you should eat in Tainan. It's a piece of toast which they deep fry. They rip open the top, just the top, not the whole of the inside. And they fill it with the meat of your choice and it looks like a cream sauce. And they put the lid back on. Let's give it a go. Oh my god. The bread is slightly sweet, like yeasty flavor, and it's not as hot as I thought it would be. It's very lightly crispy. The cream sauce tastes a bit like a corn soup. It's a little bit sweet, a little bit milky, obviously thickened with some sort of starch, but the bread is so good. You can taste that it's been deep fried. It's so light and so crispy. Nothing about this is healthy, but I don't mind. It's so good. There are different flavors, but we got the first one, which is pork, I believe, because it's got a pig on it. They're cut very small to the point you almost don't notice the meat. Honestly, the focus is so much on the cream sauce and the toast. I don't mind if there's no meat in there. I agree. I am a sucker for garlic and bread, and garlic bread is both. It's so salty. It's been so long since I had one of those. Man, the garlic is strong. Our final choice is another carb. It's taro milk. I think they have taro milk in a lot of the fruit and milk blended stores, but this one just sold taro and green bean milk. I think it should taste the same as the taster that we got, but let's give it a go. It's not blended like I thought it would be. It's like a milk or creamy liquid, maybe a non-dairy creamer, and then just mashed taro at the bottom. It's not sweet, and it's a very light taro flavor, but you can tell this is still a heavy drink. Unless you really like taro, it's probably not something that you need to try. This is not a taro flavoring, this is literally blended taro. But otherwise, interesting thing to end the night with. Definitely try the coffin toast here. I don't think we see it in a lot of night markets. You can get it in restaurants, but not so much night markets. I think it's time to call it a night. Well, we'll see you at the next night market. We are at Wusheng Night Market. Wusheng Night Market is open 2 days a week and it starts at 6:30 in the evening. Seems like a pretty big night market, so let's take a look. We got ourselves the first thing. It's guabao. I'm quite excited because they prepare it to order, so that's why we had to wait a little for it. It seems like there's some sort of pickles, some onions, crushed nuts, and some grilled meat. The meat is so tender. Seems like the onions are lightly pickled, but still crunchy and still a little spicy. The meat is nicely salted, very soft. And they pull the bread straight out of the steamer. So it's also warm. Everything's a little bit sweet, but the meat is smoky. The onions are a bit spicy. So there's a good balance of everything in there too. That is so good. The next round is the little sausage and big sausage, where it's got the glutinous rice sausage with some Taiwanese sausage. But in this case, they've chopped it up instead of putting the sausage inside the sausage. And we get to choose choose our own toppings. They had garlic, they had some pickled cucumber and soy sauce with onions and chili inside. And we got a bit of each, so let's try it like that. It's like eating a mouthful of rice and sausage. The lachong is nice. It's not as strong as I'm used to, which I prefer. I don't think this is convincing for me. Like, it's not bad, but it's just like rice and sausage. I do like it, and it's an interesting concept. The skin is nice and crunchy too. Good snap to the sausage skin. Actually, the more I eat of it, the more I don't mind it. Like, the combination of the pickles, which are sweet, the salty rice and sausage. But I think it's too filling for me, who tends to be more snacky. So this is more something to fill you up quite quickly, and then you have maybe 1 or 2 snacks otherwise. They put basil. I thought it would be like spinach or something, but the greens are basil. And it's not what I'd expect in a dish like this. It's actually quite satisfying. Fried chicken again. This one had a really long queue, so we thought we'd try it out. It's still really piping hot, so I'm quite excited for this. We got the plum flavor. Let's see how that goes. Most popular one, I believe, is the seaweed flavor or the one in the green bottle. But the plum sounded the most interesting. It's a little sweet and a little sour, which I like. The chicken is good, but there are a lot of bones. They're bones. It's not super juicy, but it's not really dry either. Joss really wants to try this one, but first she has to finish off her fried chicken. We returned back because we had to catch the bus. We didn't want to wait an hour for the next one. The last thing we got was something they called milk mochi. I believe it's mochi that's got milk in it instead of just water. But they had different flavors. And from the looks of things, the chocolate one seemed to be the most popular, so we got 2 of them because you had to order 6 in total. Cool, let's give them a try. This one's the plain milk coconut one. Ooh, look at the texture. Sweet, it does taste milky, and it's really soft and melty. It's not sticky like normal mochi is. It does feel like pudding in your mouth, except a little bit of resistance. That's fun. This one's the green tea one. You could get the green tea one with either cocoa or coconut, but she recommended the coconut one, which is what we got. Wow. Wow. The green tea flavor is really strong. But it's not overwhelming, and it's not bitter. It's such a mild flavor. It really is like drinking milk. It's like a mochi and a custard combined. It's so smooth and so soft. Next one is the chocolate one, I believe. The cocoa powder is quite bitter, but it goes away really quickly. That's so rich. It's amazing. That's so good. That's like perfectly sweet. If you like chocolate pudding, this. Oh, that smells so good. Peanut plain milk. It does smell really good. Not as flavorful as I expected because there's only peanut on the outside. This one tastes more savory than the other ones because there's no inherently sweet flavor or sweet coating. It is still sweet though because the milk is sweet. Last but not least, the one I'm quite excited for, the milk tea one with cocoa on the outside. That's really very good. I think the cocoa goes really well with the milk tea because the cocoa is a little bitter, but it's not too chocolatey. So it kind of adds a bitterness that's like the bitterness for tea, but it's not bitter. That's really good. I enjoyed the milk thing a lot more than I thought I would. I was a little worried about ordering 6 because you couldn't get any less than a 6-pack, but I think we're gonna easily finish that off. In terms of the 3 night markets we went to in Tainan, Wusheng was definitely the smallest. It seemed to be a 50-50 of food and non-food, like games and clothes. That being said, I don't think the variety of Wusheng is smaller than the other 2 night markets. It didn't seem to have any specialties other than that specific milk mochi, but you can always find stalls nonetheless with queues. So if you want food that you know will be good, follow the stalls with the lines. The first night market we went to, Datong, get that weird fried thing at that specific stall. It's the only one that smelled like that. Sweet. It smelled like minced garlic but sweet. If you go to the garden night market, definitely get the coffin toast. There's a lot of things that we couldn't try because we just ate too many carbs in one go. In this night market, Wusheng Night Market, try this weird mochi milk thing. It's right at the end. It's so good. Anyway, that was 3 major night markets at Tainan. For where you can find them, as well as the opening times and the days of the week that they're open, you can find all that information in our article, which I will link in the description below. As to where we are now, follow us on Instagram at TwinSpeakEatGo. We'll see you next time! That's a pig. That's a pig.